Meanwhile, Amazon is in a hunt for a city to host its second headquarters, but count this next guy as not sort of going crazy for the honor. San Jose, California Democratic Mayor Sam Liccardo says his city won't get into any bidding war here. You know, may I admire that, because everyone else has been, you know, what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? You opted not to. Why not?
Well, thanks, Neil. We'd love to have Amazon here in San Jose. In fact, we have an outpost of Amazon's offices here, Lab 126, and we'd love to see them grow. And I'm a proud Amazon Prime member. But for the most part, these subsidies are a bad deal for taxpayers. And when you have cities throughout the country that are all in a bidding war in this way, then taxpayers throughout the country really lose. And I want to set a new tone. I think mayors throughout the country should stand up and say, we want to invest tax dollars where they have the most impact in supporting innovation and entrepreneurship, whether that's skills building and human capital or investing in infrastructure and transportation capital, the kinds of investments that really matter and move a city forward.
Yeah, I mean, on this, I got to agree with you, Mayor, because people are bending over backwards to give away the store, the shop, whatever the Amazon wants. And I'm thinking to myself, this is one of the richest market capitalized companies on the planet, run by one of the richest guys on the planet. He probably, nor the company, need the break. Maybe the cities do that are kowtowing to him. It does set a dangerous precedent, doesn't it?
Well, it does. And look, every city in this country is facing a tight budget. And whatever we or any other city is going to offer, we might be the 10th largest city in the country and the largest in Silicon Valley, but still, whatever we're going to offer is going to be a rounding error on the balance sheet of Amazon. And I think we all need to recognize that.
But maybe you're in a position of strength, too, Mayor, right? I mean, San Jose obviously is a very diversified, strong economic juggernaut. You might not need an Amazon as much as some of your competitors. I believe one that was looking at renaming itself Amazon if Amazon moved there. What do you think of that?
Well, it's a good gimmick, but I'm pretty certain what Amazon's really looking for is the place with the talent that's going to enable them to continue to innovate. And, you know, that's not something you can create overnight, and that's not something a subsidy is going to cure. You know, we have had great success in the last year, certainly. Adobe's doubling the size of its global headquarters here, and Google's moving in perhaps 8 or 10 million square feet, and Microsoft, a lot of great growth. But the reality is that there's nothing that I did to suddenly make that talent appear. That's the work of a generation. And no amount of subsidy is going to compensate for that.
Well, I mean, you are the only guy who said, you know what, if I have my druthers, we'll pass. But let me ask you, because all of this happens at a time when your state has been losing a lot of companies to low tax, no tax environments like Texas, for example, and that you could be whistling past the graveyard here and losing sight of the fact that this is about more than San Jose. It's about this phenomenon where you are in a high tax state, and a lot of folks are saying, you know, we love California, we certainly love San Jose and the weather, everything, but we're not going to pay through the nose for it. You say what?
Well, certainly taxes and fees are a serious concern. I think throughout the state of California, we know we're not as competitive in that dimension as many other states. And frankly, I think there is value in saying that public resources should be focused on reducing fees and red tape and obstacles for businesses to get up and running here. You know, that's a legitimate way to be focused with public dollars, but that's a way that's open to everyone in an industry across an economy and not simply a handout for a single company.
All right. Finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Governor Brown making and signing that California will be a sanctuary state. A lot of people are concerned that your state, I don't know if this is the case of San Jose, is a lot more interested in the plight of illegals than it is legal voters. You say what?
Well, I know there have been a lot of concerns raised around issues of safety and so forth. If you look at the statistics, you'll see that cities like San Jose and San Diego have the lowest violent crime rates of any major city in the country. We will continue to ensure that we're a place that's welcoming to talented people from throughout the world. And those who want to be here the most are the ones we're convinced will be the ones who succeed.
Even if they're there illegally, Mayor?
Well, the reality is that as we look at, for example, the 20,000 Dreamers, the DACA recipients in my city, as we look at the data, about 96% of them are working full time or going to school or both.
But is that where you
these are
draw the distinction between the children of people who had no choice when they got here versus their parents who are here?
Well, the issue, it seems to me, around illegal immigration is a federal issue, and federal immigration enforcement is responsible for that.
Okay.
Really what we're saying, and when I say, for example, that the San Jose Police Department is not going to be involved in enforcement, it's that we don't enforce federal security laws. We don't enforce federal environmental or tax laws either, nor should we get involved in enforcing federal immigration laws. That's the federal government's job. Local police departments have enough to do focusing on violent crime and predatory crime.
Okay. Mayor, thank you very much for taking the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, Neil.
Sam Liccardo, the San Jose, California mayor.